right. What up, people? What's popping? What's going on? What's the deal? Let me just give this a few seconds to let me know that it's recording and shit so that everything is on point. All right, we are here. We are on point. We are making it happen. All right, so what's good, people? So today I'm going to be talking about some advanced shit, some advanced motherfucking game for your ass. You feel me? So today I'm going to be talking about how to actually sleep with hundreds of beautiful women. Okay? But before we get into that, bam, how to have sex with 2 women a day. Make sure you get the ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. And remember, if you get this hard copy, it will be autographed and mailed out to you. Okay, so you get the autographed joint on this. Was popping in the chat room though. Trav Ajax was good. Butt Skiing Up was popping. Chizzy City was good. Staying Ready, what's up? Floydorus, what's going on? RT Clincy, Aaron, Vershon, Namu, Thomas was good. Ray, Hydera, Love was popping. Toby T, what's good? Darrell and Jonathan, what's going on? What's the deal? So real quick, man, Clint, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you checking out the channel. Asura was good. J Skills was good. So I want to talk about how to get, how to have sex with a lot of chicks, right? Now, because dudes ask me all the time, they're like, yo, how the fuck do you do this? How are you able to consistently get chicks and have sex and all this other stuff, right? So the thing is this, right? The thing is this. And I stopped counting how many chicks I fucked after like 100. After I reached 100, I could just kind of stop counting. Right now, it's probably like 100 and maybe, I don't know, 55, 60 at this point. It'll probably been up to like 200 something, but some chicks I just had to charge them to the game. Like chicks who actually wanted to do it, and then I was like, I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so some chicks I had to charge to the game. So, but if I actually did like just all the chicks that wanted to have sex with me, it'd be like well over 200 something, right? But the reason why I'm saying this is not to brag or to like, so, oh shit, I fucked all these girls. I'm just saying so that you guys will understand where I'm coming from when I'm telling you this information, right? Of how to actually do this and the way that I've done it. Multi-tech dog, you see your body count 0? Oh man, hilarious. But you'll make some shit pop. Don't worry about that. You will make it go down once we get into this game. So, how do you do this? How do you actually do this and make this easier for you? Now, I'm gonna say this right here is that the reason why most guys have trouble having sex and getting girls and all this other stuff is basically the way that they approach the game and they look at the game. So what I mean is that they have a certain mindset, and so they sort of do their thing or they maneuver with that mindset. And now the mindset that most of these guys have, right, is focusing on a girl versus focusing on girls. All right, I'm going to say that again. Most guys are focusing on a girl versus focusing on girls. Or you can say a guy is focusing on that woman versus focusing on women in general, just period, women, right? So what happens is I get a lot of emails from dudes and shit that they will say, yo, there's this girl in my class and I'm trying to get at her. Or there's this girl at my job and I'm trying to get at her. Or there's this girl I've been seeing for the past like 2 or 3 weeks and now she's acting a certain way and blah, blah, blah. So what happens is they're focusing on that one girl. Or if they stop focusing on that one girl, they end up focusing on another one girl. You understand? All at one time. This is all they're focusing on is that one girl. I get a small percentage of emails and people that I coach who actually ask me general questions about fucking with women. You feel what I'm saying? So what I mean is that when you go from just talking about one girl to actually talking about girls in general, or you go from talking about one woman versus talking about women in general, right? Once you go into the side of talking about women and girls in general and understanding how to maneuver in that aspect, that's going to open up more women for you to actually get. See, it's a different mindset switch. It's not about that one girl. It's about women. So it's almost like the women become like that one girl. I'm not just fucking with that one girl. I'm fucking with women, right? So the thing is, I've always really attacked it that way. So when I am literally talking to one girl, if she's acting weird or acting funny, I quickly move on to the next girl because I'm focusing on girls and not just that one girl. You understand? So you got to understand that sort of mindset. You have to look at it as, I'm not hollering at this girl. I'm hollering at girls. I'm not hollering at this woman. I holler at women. You understand what I'm saying? So it has to go from the singular to the plural. It has to go from the separate to the whole. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, when you look at it, when you're going from the separate to the whole, right? Then you have more options and you have more to play with. See, the funny part is that the reason why a lot of guys don't really get shit popping is because what it is that, and the reason why they focus on the one girl is because guys are in their ego, so then the ego is actually fucking your shit up. This is what I mean. Let's say you're in school, right? Let's say this girl in such and such class in your school, right? You're like, she's the hottest girl in the school. She's the hottest girl in the school. That's what you think. Now, you want to get her because she's the hottest girl in the school. But really the reason why you want to get her is because how it would make you feel about you to get the hottest girl in the school. So part of you wanting to get her is basically to feed your ego. You understand? So now it becomes an ego thing like, if I get her, because what it's saying is, if I get her, that means I'm somebody. If I get her, that means I'm cool. So now what you've done is that you've singled her out and made her special, and now you're trying to get her. Now what happens is you spend too much time trying to get her, thinking about, oh, what can I say? What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to get at her? I tried to talk to her, but I was scared, and this, this crazy shit happened. So now you've wasted all this time trying to get her because she's the hottest girl in the school, and you're focusing just on that. While you're focusing on that, right, there's another nigga in your school who he sees that girl, he's like, yeah, she's hot, right? But guess what? There's also 100 other hot girls in the school. So now while you're focusing on that one girl you're trying to get, this nigga's focusing on the 100 other girls that is in the school that he's trying to get, that he can get. So he's going from this girl to that girl to this girl to that girl, and he's fucking and doing his shit like crazy. Why? Because he went from the girl to the girls. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is what you have to understand, is that you have to be able to shift that. See, and you gotta understand the illusion of separateness and understand the wholeness of shit. So what I mean is that looking at that girl, right, is, that one girl, that hottest girl in the school, you're making her separate from all the other girls. You're making her special. You understand? You're making her special, right? So then when you make her special, then that confuses you because now you're like, I got to get her, and you're focused on all that energy on her. Now, it's like this. This is the thing you got to understand, right? You're tricked into thinking that the chicks that you're dealing with are special. You meet a girl, you like her, you're like, oh, she's the one. Oh, I really like her. She's so special. You start thinking about her all the time, right? Now, the reason why you're doing that is because you're still on the girl shit versus the girls. right? And this is why people will say dumb fucking shit like they'll get with someone, let's say you get with this girl or whatever, right? And you break up with her, or y'all break up, and now you're all sad and you're like, oh my God, I can't live without her. I don't know what I'm going to do without her. I hear a lot of women will say shit like this, like, oh my God, I can't live without him. You know, what am I going to do without him, right? But see, the stupid part was they were living without that motherfucker before they met them, right? And after they break up, they're still alive and doing their thing. And what happens is after the breakup, what happens is that you like sort of get over them at a certain point. Then you meet somebody else to fucking go crazy over, right? So you meet that one girl, you fuck with her, you break up. You meet another girl, you fuck with her, you break up. You meet another girl, you fuck with her, you break up, right? And then the cycle goes on. But what you don't realize is that, let's say you've done that 4 or 5 times. You met one girl, met girl A, broke up with girl A, got with girl B. Met girl B, broke up with her, got with girl C. Met girl C, broke up with her, got with girl D. So you got with girl A, B, C, and D. Guess what? You got with girls and not just one girl. You see what I'm saying? But see, what's fucking you up and what's making the shit fucking go, you know, what's making it go slower, or what's making you not really get shit popping, is because you're always focusing just on that one girl from the beginning. So you have to make the shift again from the girl to the girls, right? Now, let's talk about let's get even deeper on how you do this and how you pull this off to actually get multiple chicks to want to fuck with you, right? Now, let me get a little advanced, so, you know, you guys got to make sure you watch this again on the repeat, okay? So now, the thing that you need to do is this, right? You need to make sure that whenever you're dealing with women, right, and any one particular girl you're talking to at one time, right, because there is a time where the only time you're literally focusing on a girl is when you're just talking to her face to face and you're trying to make something happen in that moment, right? Or you're setting something up, right? But you still do that with multiple women. But what you got to do is this, is that, and this has worked for me like a charm. You know, when I first learned how to do this, I was like, okay, this is what it is. This is what it is, right? You have to be completely engaged in the situation and simultaneously be detached. Okay, I'm going to say it again. You have to be completely engaged in the situation, but at the same time, detached. So what do I mean by completely engaged? What do I mean by detached, right? So what I mean is that when I say completely engaged, that means that you are 100% interacting with the girl to try to make something happen with her, right? So what I'm saying is that you are completely there and present with the girl to try to make something happen. So for example, if I'm at a bar or something and I talk to a girl and there's a girl next to me, I start talking to her, we start having a conversation, I'm completely engaged with her, meaning that I'm talking to her, I'm flirting with her, I'm building sexual tension, I'm, peeping out what's going on, right? Now I'm doing this because, let's say I want to take her home and have sex with her, right? Or I want to get her number for later or whatever the fuck it is, right? So the thing is that, hold on, are you guys, you say you guys aren't hearing the sound? Is that what you said you're not hearing? Can you guys hear me? I want to make sure the sound is not fucking up. Let me know if you guys can hear me, because Moving in Silence said he's having issues with the sound. Is everything cool? I'm good? Okay. All right, cool. I just want to make sure. All right, so basically what I was saying is that you have to be completely engaged. So what I'm saying is I'm talking to the girl at the bar, right? I'm flirting with her, I'm interacting with her. And also, I'm going back and forth with her because I'm trying to, have sex with her, or I'm trying to get a number, whatever, right? But when I say also be detached, what that means is to be detached is to also mean that if I don't sleep with her, I'm not affected. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or if it doesn't go down with what I'm trying to do, I'm cool with it. Right? So what happens is that while I'm engaged, I'm also detached. And by me being detached from it, basically makes my engagement with her stronger. So what I mean is that I'm flirting with her in the moment, you understand, and seeing how she's reacting and having fun doing it. But the thing is, I'm detached from the outcome, meaning I actually want to have sex with her, but if I don't have sex with her, I'm cool with that. See, what happens with a lot of guys is that they're interacting with the girl and they're so desperate to have sex. So they're like, I need it to happen. I want it to happen. Oh my God, it has to happen. And then so what happened is that fucks up the engagement because now they end up coming off needy and desperate. They end up coming off, I need to make this happen. And again, a lot of times that neediness of trying to make it happen basically means that you're just, again, trying to feed your ego a lot of times, because certain guys, they feel like they need to have sex with a girl to feel like a man. You understand? Or I got to do this so that I feel like I'm actually, doing something. Right? So basically what you have to understand is that you have to have that engagement, but also be detached. The problem is a lot of guys have the engagement, but they're extremely attached to the outcome. But see, the non-attachment to it actually makes her more intrigued by you, because your energy is a totally different energy than other guys. I'll give you an example, and this goes to what I'm talking about with the whole thing of dealing with girls instead of just a girl, and also being engaged and being detached, right? So, for example, and this is a true story. I was at a spot, and this happened a few times in different variations, but I was at this spot one time, talking to this girl. We're flirting, so I'm completely engaged, right? Then this other dude comes into the situation, and he starts talking with us. So it's me, the girl, and some other new dude. So it's us three. Now, the new dude, I can tell he was feeling her, because like we're just at like this networking party, so everybody just sort of going around networking. So I'm talking to this girl. I was talking to her first, and I'm going back and forth with her, right? And what happens is the new guy comes in. It's obvious he's feeling her. And so I say to the chick and I say to the dude, I was like, yo, you guys look like you'd be really cute together. And I was like, listen, I'm going to go to the bathroom. You two have fun. I'll probably catch y'all in a minute, right? Now, what I want you to understand is that the girl that I was talking to, she was showing extreme signs of interest. And now part of her interest was that I was completely engaged. But see, the funny part is that I'm completely engaged, but I'm also detached, which was why I was able to fall back and push him onto the girl. You see what I'm saying? So now, the girl's, she's probably thinking, damn, like, what the fuck? Like, why did he leave? And, I really liked him, blah, blah, blah. But the other guy, he was so thirsty acting that what happened was I went to the bathroom. I came out the bathroom. I started talking to another girl that was near the bathroom as I was walking out, right? The other girl I was talking to, this new girl near the bathroom, me and her were talking, and we were in, I can see the first girl I was talking to with the new guy. So we can see each other, right? So again, I'm not worried about the girl. I'm talking to girls. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I went from that first girl, went to the bathroom, and stepped out and talked to a new girl. I'm not worried about the first girl, right? So now, funny thing was, I'm talking to the new girl, and I can sort of see in the corner of my eye the first girl peeping me talk to the second girl. So the other guy is talking to her, but she's not really paying him attention. She's sort of looking over at me, right? So then the other guy sort of leaves her, and she's standing there by herself. Now I'm talking to the new girl. Now the old girl, the first girl, comes over to me and the new girl. So now I'm talking to both girls. You understand? So now I'm standing there and I'm talking to both of the girls. Then I think 5 minutes later, this other girl comes into the spot that I knew. So she saw me. She's like, "Oh, Locario, what's up?" And I'm like, "Oh, hey, blah, blah, blah." I give her a hug. And I say to the other two girls, I'll be like, "Yo, I'll be back. I got to talk to my homegirl real quick." So I'm talking to the new chick, my friend. We're talking. And then the two girls are just walking around talking to different people. And then so what I did was, as I was about to leave, I went to the first girl and I said, "Hey, listen, I gotta run, but we should get together sometime and hang out." So I got her information, right? Then I went to the second girl that I was talking to near the bathroom, and I said the same thing. I was like, "Hey, listen, I gotta run. Let me get your information. We should get together and hang out." So I got her information. So I got those two girls' information. And I bounced, and because I had some other shit to do. I could have actually took one of them out and did some shit if I had the time, but I actually had an appointment I had to go to. So I just let me get the number and keep that shit pushing. You understand? So the thing is, what I want you to notice in this story is I didn't focus on one girl. I focused on girls, right? Also, I want you to notice that I was completely engaged with both women. But I was also detached, right? And also I want you to notice is that once I left, I got both of their numbers. So again, I left with girls. You understand? I left with a bunch of some girls' numbers. So I'm not worried about any one girl. Now, imagine you doing that all the time. And this is why I keep talking about the numbers game. And the reason why a lot of you guys are having trouble with this shit. Because you're concerned about some one girl that's not calling you back or whatever. Now, let's say with those two girls, I'll call one of them and she's not being responsive. But I call the other one and she's being responsive. Right? But now that means I'm able to go out with a girl because I was talking to girls. So you have to take this the situation or the mindset from, I'm in this spot trying to holler at that girl. It's I'm in this club trying to holler at the girls. Right? Or I'm not just hollering at girls in this club. I'm hollering at girls in this neighborhood. Fuck that. I'm not even hollering at girls just in this neighborhood. I'm hollering at the girls in this city. Fuck that. I'm not even hollering at the girls in this city. I'm hollering at the girls in this whole state. The whole state is the girls I'm hollering at, not just this one girl. You see what I'm saying? So this is that abundance mentality. This is what we talk about when we say abundance mentality, because what you have to understand is that you getting these chicks it's gonna happen. See, the problem with a lot of y'all see, let me get a little bit more crazy with this shit. The reason most of you guys have trouble with girls is because you get in your own way. You understand? You're so hype to try to get a chick. You're talking to this one girl. You're so excited to sleep with her. You're like, "Oh God, I want to, get her." It's like, look, and this is the problem. Don't worry about getting any one particular girl, because you're looking at it like, okay, let's say you have Susan here, and you're like, Susan is so hot, and I like Susan. We went out on a date, and I really want to have sex with Susan. Right? So now you're fucking up because you're making everything about Susan. You're making Susan special. What you got to do is you got to find Lucy, Jennifer, Samantha, Shaquisha, Jasmine, 6, 7, 8 other girls who are just as hot as Susie or even hotter that you can fuck with. Because what it is you have to understand that it doesn't matter which one you get. You understand? It doesn't matter which one you get. It matters that you're getting something, right? And the way that you get something is that you actually go out there and talk to girls. See, the individual girl that let's say you end up with, let's say you have a girlfriend or one of these girls becomes your girlfriend, right? Then you can look at her a little bit more differently if you want. You can look at her as a little bit more special than the others if you want. But the truth is that when you interact with these chicks, they're all the same. They're all on the same level. None of them are special. You understand? So it doesn't matter which one you get. This is why if I'm talking to 3 or 4 girls and one of them is acting funny, I just kick her to the curb. And then I talk to the second or third girl. Because I'm going to get one of them. You getting them is inevitable only based off of you going out there and putting in the work to talk to girls. Again, what's stopping your flow for most of you guys is that you're focusing on one girl. Or you're focusing on one girl at a time. Meaning you get with one girl, you start having these fantasies about you and her being together. And this is what a lot of guys do. They talk to one girl, the girl gives them the number, and then they stop talking to chicks. And then they wonder why they're not getting shit popping. So for example, so when I was using the example of me being in that spot and I was talking to that first girl and then the second girl and I got both of their numbers, right? Well, what most guys would do if that happened, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm good, I'm done," right? But I didn't do that. What did I do? 2 days later, I'm back out with my boys talking to more girls. So I have a rotation. I have a number of chicks that I can hit up or they can hit me up. However, which way I did it. This is why mostly I started just giving chicks my number and telling them to call me, because it got to a point where I was getting so many numbers that I would forget that I got the girl's number. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'll be like a chick will like I would exchange numbers with a chick and then I forgot I had her number and then I see a message pop up saying, "Hey, what's up? What you up to?" And I'm like, "Who the fuck is this?" And I gotta scroll. I'm like, "Oh, that's from Shorty from so-and-so." You feel what I'm saying? But that only happened because I'm talking to girls. And see, this is the key. Women, right? What's gonna make women gravitate to you is the type of guy that they perceive you to be. And they're gonna perceive you to be a certain type of guy based off of your actions, based off of your energy. So now if you have that energy where you're completely engaged with them, meaning you're flirting with them, you're giving them that back and forth, right? But you're also detached, meaning I could take it or leave it, I don't give a fuck, right? That's going to make her be like, "Damn, like, who is this nigga? I got to see what's popping with him." So what happens is that as you're doing that, more chicks gravitate to you. As more chicks gravitate to you, it's easier for you to maneuver with other chicks because you're getting shit popping. See, a lot of times with me, when I'm dealing with a girl, the reason why I get sex a lot of times is because my energy dictates I don't really need it. And then they want to fucking give it to me. It's like that, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer type of thing. When girls are giving it to you, more girls want to give it to you because, one, they can see that you're the type of guy who women are attracted to, which makes them attracted to you because they think, well, there's something good about you. And two, your energy is different because you don't have that thirsty, needy energy because you already been getting fucked and sucked, all week. I remember there was a time where this is so funny, so fucking funny. I remember I went on a date and this is when I had a lot of fucking time on my hands, right? I'm going to take calls in a second. I had a lot of time on my hands, meaning I went on a date with this chick. It was like 9 o'clock at night. We went to go get drinks. And we went to get drinks. We went back to her crib around maybe like 11:30. And then we was fucking for like a good hour and a half. So we started fucking maybe around like midnight, 12:30. Finished fucking around like, 1:30, maybe 1:45, something like that. And I just fell the fuck out. Like I just slept. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, we both sort of just slept. Next thing you know, I wake up, it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, right? Then I actually had another date I had 2 dates that next day. So I had a coffee date at 1. Then I had another date with a chick at 7. So I went to the coffee date. That was cool. Went home, chilled for a little bit. Then I went to see the other girl at 7. When I went to see the other girl at 7, this chick, we're chilling, we talking, and she wanted to, like take me back to her spot. Now, what happened was, this is the crazy part. I promise you, I shit you not. I promise you guys. I did not want to have sex with her. No, and let me take that back. I wanted to have sex with her. I didn't want to have sex with her at that moment. Why? Because I was just fucking last night and I was kind of tired from waking up early and doing all of this shit. Right? And this is the funny part. I was on a date with her and I said to her, and I never forget this shit. I said to her, I was like, yo, because we're talking, we're flirting, we was kissing a little bit. And I said to her, I was like, listen, we're not going to have sex tonight. I just said that to her. I was like, we're not going to have sex tonight. So then she tried to play it off. She's like, what do you mean? Like, what makes you think you're going to have sex with me? Like, why would you even say that? Yada, yada. I was like, I'm just saying we ain't going to have sex tonight. You're cool and all that. I'm just like, we ain't going to have sex tonight. You understand? So the thing was, she was feeling me and she wanted to have sex that night, but I honestly didn't want to have sex that night because I was too tired from fucking that night and being up early and doing whatever I had to do. You said I should have ate her ass. She would have loved me forever. So long story short, we're we at the spot, we kissing or whatever. And I was like, yo, had a good time. Let's definitely get together. I don't want to, I still want to see you, whatever. So I bounced, and the next night she hit me up and she was like, hey, what's up? When are you free? Like, I really want to see you, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, all right, cool. Let's see each other this weekend. So I ended up having sex with her that weekend, right? But the thing is, you said, fuck that, she got it. Get my dick hard for round 3. But see, and this thing was, so the thing was, I had sex with her that weekend. But the reason why I'm telling the story is because I'm trying to illustrate to you that the more you're getting, it turns you into a different type of dude. You have a different type of energy than most other guys. And that makes the girls want to give it to you more. You understand what I'm saying? And so, I've had that happen to me a few times where, like, I ended up fucking chicks where I wasn't even really in the mood, but I'm like, fuck it, it's here. She want to do it. Fuck it. I want to, let me just get my dick sucked real quick and go home or whatever. Right? So I was just like, hey, fuck it. Let's just have some fun. But I could have taken it or leave it or left it. And even having that energy of taking it or leaving it is the thing that made her want to give it to me more. Do you know there's chicks that I had to literally tell like 2 or 3 times that they need to chill the fuck out, meaning that I was like, they wanted to have sex and I was just like, yo, I can't do it today, I'm busy, blah, 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 and would be bugging me because they would hang out with me, chill with me, whatever, and for whatever reason, I didn't have sex with them at that moment. And because either I was too busy, I had some other shit to do. Because the thing was, there was times where I would set up so many dates at a time. And so I couldn't go home with a chick because I had another date set up. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't have been enough time. So, but the thing was, there was chicks that they was feeling me so much to the point that they wanted to see me again. Because there's a lot of times in situations where, if a chick's trying to smash, it's good to smash at that moment because you might not get the moment again. And there are times where that happened to me too, where a chick wanted to smash and I didn't, and then I lost the opportunity to actually do it because, the next day it was a whole different story. But you understand, like, these things happen where these chicks are going to want to fuck with you because you've already put yourself out there to, you understand, be on that shit. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to tell you guys that, man. Like, look, you got to go from the girl to the girls, man. You got to have that shit. You got to continuously talk to a girl, hit her up, charge to the game, talk to the next girl, talk to the next girl, all at the same time. You understand? And while you're doing that, being detached to the shit. All right. So let me get some of these calls real quick. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, Mr. Hey.
Yo. Hello? All right. This guy, you guys got to get it together with the phones, man. You got to get it together with the phones. Who we got in the chat room? Ray Julian was popping, bro. All right, let me see who this is. Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, Mr. Locario, Nathan from London.
What up, bro? What's going on with you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How have you been?
I've been chilling. What's going on? Is something wrong with these phones or something? Because people calling up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What's going on?
No, sorry. I muted my mic.
Okay, that was you. I'm like, what is going on with people today? Okay, what's popping with you, man?
Nah, yeah. I've just been trying to put into practice what you were saying. Been trying to carry on with your how to approach women, master approaching women in 30 days or less program.
Right.
But I kind of got into a point where I'm a bit stuck. Like, I mean, I can go and approach and stuff and ask for directions and stuff like that, but I'm kind of stuck on what to say. So it's like the problem with me is if it's a girl I really like, I try desperately to say the right thing and end up saying the wrong thing and putting them off and stuff like that.
Right.
But what's the like thought process that I need to go through to avoid doing that?
Right. Well, the thing is, you don't have to. Don't worry too much about what the right thing to say is. You understand? All you need to worry about is what you're actually trying to accomplish in the situation. So like with the program I have is more so just to get you used to talking to women, just to get you used to being able to go up, stop hesitating and approach and start having conversations. Now, when you are, talking to a chick, right? A lot of times it's better to make shit go quickly than rather drag shit out, because the thing is when you dragging shit out and when you're making it a long process, that's the times when you can start saying or doing shit that might sound kind of goofy to a certain extent. So the thing is, if you're really good at talking to girls, then you can talk to chicks for a little bit longer. But the thing is that if you are interacting with her, let's say you just want to get her number, right? So let's say you go up to a girl, let's say you went indirect, you said, yo, how you doing? Like, miss, do you know where like friggin' Main Street is? And she's like, oh, it's 2 blocks down that way. Okay, cool. Like, what's that? Where'd you get that scarf? That's a nice scarf. I want to get one for my sister for her birthday. Oh yeah, blah blah blah. I got it from Macy's. Blah blah blah. Be like, listen, I'm actually on my way this way, but yo, you're very attractive. Listen, here's my card. You should definitely give me a call. Hit me up. Later today. We should get together, get a drink sometime. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's really just getting to that point. It's not even like it's just I'm talking to her. I'm trying to get to the point where we exchange numbers, or I give her my number or whatever. You see what I mean? Because what you have to understand is 90% of the time when you stop a woman, she assumes you're trying to holler at her anyway, right? So what it is that if she actually stops to talk to you for a second, because some girls you'll try to talk to in the street, they'll just keep walking. They won't stop. They won't even, address you or anything. Then you got the ones who actually stop. You understand? That'll actually stop and talk to you and see what you're trying to say. Now, if you're talking to her and you're interacting with her, right? And you say to her, listen, you seem pretty, cute. We should get together, take down my number or give me your number or whatever. It doesn't matter how you do it. What matters is how comfortable you are doing it. Because if this girl says no, or if she says I have a boyfriend, or she's not trying to give you the number, that's really not the actual point, because you're going to run into those girls anyway who have boyfriends, who are going to not give you the number, who are just not going to be interested. And that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But what you want to do is you want to get yourself used to being able to do that one thing that you did with the girl, saying, hey, let's get together, let's get a drink, here's my number. You want to be able to do that multiple times on command whenever you feel like it. You understand? And so what you got to get out your head is thinking of the right thing to say or thinking that you're going to say something wrong. You see what I mean? All it really is more so getting to the point as quickly as possible. So you can go indirect or you could go direct. Because you can even go direct. You could go up to a girl and you can be like, yo, miss, hold on real quick. You are sexy as hell. Oh my God, what's your name? Stacy, listen, I'm about to head to work, but yo, you got to take my card and I need you to call me tonight. That's all you got to, that's it. That take what, 10, 15 seconds? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, but like, I mean, when you do that, sometimes it's like they probably think that it's something that's too forward. So I was thinking that
wait, hold on. And see, that's the problem right there. Did you hear what you just said? There's one thing you just said. That's the problem. You said they probably think it's too forward. Fuck what they think. This is what you have to understand. Don't worry about what they're thinking. You know why? Because you don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know this person. It doesn't matter what they're thinking. You see what I'm saying? Like, see, you got to get out of your head when it comes to this, because you don't know what they could be thinking about anything. But the point is, you have to do your part, which is approach and close the deal. You see what I'm saying? Now, a chick, because this is the thing, a chick could be thinking she wants to, she's like, oh my God, this guy's attractive, right? And you go up to her and you be like, hey, miss, let me get your number, do this and do that. And she'll reject you because she has a boyfriend, right? She probably won't tell you she has a boyfriend, because a lot of times girls will have boyfriends. They won't even tell you they have a boyfriend, but they'll just reject you, right? And now you're thinking, oh, damn, probably she thought I was too forward. That's why she rejected me. You don't know why she rejected you, but let's say the real reason is actually because she had a boyfriend. You see what I'm saying? So you don't know. Now, let's say the real reason is actually because she thought you were too forward, right? But who the fuck cares? It doesn't matter. If she thinks you're too forward, it's not really that she thinks you're too forward. What it is really is that she wasn't interested in you enough for that to not be an issue. See, this is how women rationalize shit. A woman won't be into you, and she'll say that you did something funny or wrong, and that's why she didn't fuck with you. It's not that you did something funny or wrong. It's because she didn't want to fuck with you. The same guy could do the same exact shit you did. Another guy could do the same exact thing you did, and she'll be all over it because she's into him. This is why a dude could go up to a girl and say, oh, girl, you sexy as hell, and she'll be giggling and all this other stuff. And then another dude could be like, girl, you sexy as hell, and she'd be like, oh my God, he's such a creep. You see what I'm saying? It's the same shit, different dude. So don't worry about what they're thinking at all. You understand? All you need to look at is her reaction. If you're talking to a girl and you notice that she's being very standoffish, or she's trying to move away, or she's not trying to get to talk to you, cool, let her go. You feel what I'm saying? Go to the next girl. But the thing is that you got to stop worrying about what they're thinking.
Yeah, but is there a point to me kind of, trying to build rapport and laughing and joking and flirting a bit, just to practice my conversation skills and to kind of influence the ones that are like sort of in between, who are like kind of wishy-washy, in your opinion?
Yeah, you can do that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But also, again, that comes along as you're doing shit, because you're not gonna know if the girl's gonna be laughing and into it and into you to actually talk to you until you actually approach. But see, if you have in your head, oh, I might say the wrong thing, or what if she thinks I'm too forward, having those thoughts messes up the interaction. You understand what I'm saying? That's like, imagine if, like, when you see a comedian and he's on stage and somebody heckles them, and then he just says it really quickly. He says a joke really quick, didn't prepare that joke, off the cuff, and he just says it, and then the crowd laughs. Now, imagine somebody heckled him, and then he's standing there for like 30 seconds. He's like, damn, what should I say back to this guy? And he's thinking that in his head. Should I say this, or is this going to be funny? Are they going to think this funny? They'll look at the comedian like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Why is he just standing there? But no, what he does is he snaps back immediately. he's not thinking about if it's funny or not. He's just saying the shit. And usually it comes out funny, one, because he's so used to being funny, and two, it's because he's already a funny guy and they perceive him as a funny guy. And guess what? Since they perceive him as a funny guy, even if what he said wasn't that funny, it's hilarious because he's saying it. The same way where when you're talking to a girl and she perceives you as a cool, calm, collected, smooth motherfucker, whatever you say is smooth. Whatever you do is cool. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you have to already set the tone first. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what it is. The thing is, it's just like if you listen to a artist or album from one of your favorite artists, and you say, damn, you know, you say to yourself, this album isn't his best, but you still like it. You still sort of like make excuses for it. Well, this is still hot. He can still rhyme. He can still rap because you like him so much. And he's already set a precedent for being your favorite rapper that you accept what he's giving you. This is the same thing that women do. When you set that precedent as the guy that's cool, calm, and collected, I'm chill with myself, I'm comfortable with myself, whatever you're saying to her and doing in that interaction, she also perceives it as cool. You feel what I'm saying? It's like I could, you know, it's like I could be talking to a girl and I could be, you know, having that conversation and she sees me as cool, calm, and collected and a chill guy, whatever. I could tell the chick, oh, damn, you might want to hold your nose. I just farted. You feel what I'm saying? I could say some goofy, stupid shit like that. But because I'm already so comfortable in a situation, she might find that funny and charming because I'm so comfortable saying that fucking shit. You see what I'm saying? But when you come off as you're nervous, you're unsure of yourself, you're insecure, it doesn't really matter what you say. She's going to look at you through that lens. This is why I be telling guys, it doesn't really matter about, because dudes be saying, oh, can you give me some pickup lines? Can you give me some lines to say? I can give you some lines to say some here and there, but a lot of times it's not going to matter what you say if you don't believe it, if it's not coming from a place of you being authentic and comfortable. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, I mean,
that's what it is,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, and that's what I've been trying to do, like throwing some jokes or some lines or something like that, because you were saying, like you said, if you ask her name, let's say I ask her name and she says, like, her name is Sophie or something, and I'll be like, yeah, Sophie's a good name, but it should be Jeanette.
Right,
and she'll
right.
be like, why? And I'll be like, because you're the best a man could get or something like that. You know, some goofy ass thing.
Oh, man. It's funny, though, because what I would tell dudes is that it's not even necessarily lines you have to have, but what could help you is, see, and this is what happens once you start talking to a lot of girls. Once you start talking to a lot of girls, you're going to start to get a lot of similar conversation threads. You understand? And you're going to get a lot of similar reactions. So, based off of the reactions that you sort of see keep happening, and based off of the similar things that you see happening, right? You can sort of already have lines if you want that go with that. So, for example, let's say for example, like one thing you'll hear a lot of girls say when you approach them or whatever and shit, you'll hear a lot of girls say, oh, I have a boyfriend or whatever. You understand? And now some of them actually do have boyfriends, and some of them actually are lying about having boyfriends. You feel what I mean? So
yeah,
a line that I use sometimes when chicks, say they have boyfriends. Like, I remember this one girl, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend. And I'm like, no, you don't got no boyfriend. I could tell you lying about having a boyfriend. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, cuz you looking at me like you want to fuck me. You feel what I'm saying? And so that, like, I would say that to a lot of girls. She's like, oh, I have a boyfriend. I'm like, you can't have a boyfriend. Like, what are you talking about? Well, cuz you're looking at me like you want to fuck me. And, if you had a boyfriend, you wouldn't be looking. So, like, I just use that over and over again. You feel what I'm saying? And then I get into conversations. And now the funny part was some of the girls actually admitted they didn't have a fucking boyfriend. You see what I'm saying? So the thing was, since I noticed that I was hearing that a lot, I already had the comeback for that. And then that got me to the conversation. So a lot of times when you go out and you talk to girls, you'll start hearing and seeing sort of like different types of, things. So like even for example, you might go out on a date and you might hear, chicks say some shit like, oh, I don't like sleep on the first date or kiss on the first date or some goofy shit, and then you have something to come back with that. Or a girl might say, some other shit. You have something to come back at that. But the thing is, you have to go out enough to see a lot of the stuff girls will say, and then be able to have that thing to say to that. You see what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, in some situations, if they tell me I have a boyfriend, I'll just say, cool, he can make us breakfast the next morning or something.
Right, exactly. You see what I'm saying? Like, and so even and the thing is, even if you don't get her, all it's doing is making your skills sharp. Is making your verbal sharp. Is making you be able to be comfortable interacting with the girl. Because every time you talk to a chick and you approach a girl and you talk to her, you have that conversation, that's just building your muscle, your verbal muscle, and it's building your experience of interacting with women. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I find that, if I drink beforehand, then I kind of flow better, and I'm more like witty and sharp, and I come out with like comebacks off the cuff in the spur of the moment, and I'm more confident whilst approaching. Should I just should I stop? Should I lay off that, or
the thing is,
it's not good to drink, is it?
So the thing is, you don't want to. The thing that I would say is that you could drink for your own benefit. If you go out, ain't nothing wrong with drinking, but you don't want to drink to try to get comfortable to talk to chicks. You understand? Because now you're going to use the drinking as a crutch, and then there's going to be a time where you're not drinking and you see a girl, and then on the subconscious level, you're going to think, well, I can't do it now because I don't got no liquor in me. You feel what I'm saying? And then that becomes, because see, people got to understand, a lot of times when you do shit, you're telling your brain this is how it's supposed to be. So now what happens is that you start to do shit where you say, well, I need to get something in me before I can talk to girls. And now if there's nothing in you, then all you're saying is I can't talk to girls. This is why I tell guys they need to, lay off the lying shit. Because if you lie to get girls a lot, then you feel like you always need to go back to lying to get women. So therefore you get into this spiral of, well, I gotta lie to get women. That's how I know how to do it. You see what I'm saying? And so so you don't want any type of crutches that's going to make it, because that's just going to make it harder for you in the long run. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, but the other thing I was going to say, because like about a month ago, I remember you was doing a show about something. Anyway, I called in and we was talking about this. It's like sexual harassment sort of thing, and you were telling me, I was asking you, should we ask before we try to do something? And you were saying, if you feel the need that you need to ask a girl, can I kiss you now? Can I touch your ass? Can I touch your breast? Etc. Etc. That's not somebody that you should be dealing with in the first place. That you should be only dealing with the girls who are like really into you. And I was reading that Aziz Ansari story. I don't know if you've heard of that comedian.
Oh yeah,
in America.
Yeah.
And I was reading through that article, and he did exactly what you said that you shouldn't do, and he like brought her home and made her sit on his kitchen top and said, well, do you want me to fuck you straight away without like doing anything or trying to make it flow or anything like that. So that's
his problem, and I did a video about this the other day. His problem was and this is the hard thing, because he fucking was with the chick and took her to dinner, wined her, dined her, did that whole like type of joint, and then once he got her to the spot, he just started like, oh, let's fuck or whatever. Now, see, that type of shit, what you want to do in those situations is you wine and dine your girlfriend. You understand? Or some chick you've been with for a while and do that type of shit. But the thing is, a lot of times, if you're just trying to, because maybe, and this is the part with guys, a lot of times guys just want to fuck, and what they do is that they treat girls to dates and things like this, and then it confuses the situation. You understand? So if you're just trying to fuck, you got to create situations where you're just trying to make it a fuck thing. Now, there's nothing wrong with going on a date and then fucking a chick on after the date is done, but it's the way you do it. If if I'm taking a girl to dinner is a more intimate type of situation versus if we just got a drink real quick and then we were kissing at the bar, which led to the actual sex back at the place. Versus if I'm on a dinner with you and we're so romantic, we're holding hands and all that other goofy shit, and then I take you back to my house and then just turn you around and try to take your panties off. She's like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Because for a lot of women, what you're doing is you're sending mixed signals, right? What it is that when you go on certain types of dates, they assume that this is a certain type of situation or relationship. They assume that you're trying to make it into like, oh, we're going to go on 2 to 3 to 4 dates, get to know each other, blah, 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 because that's the way you set the shit up. You see what I'm saying? So now when that doesn't happen, she's like, what the fuck? Like she feels like she's sort of gotten, you know, on some other shit. It's the same way where when a girl comes to your house, you say, hey girl, come through to the spot. She's like, cool, I'll come through. And then she comes through and you trying to fuck and she ain't trying to fuck. And you're just like, fuck is wrong with you? Like, why are you here? What's going on? And you're just like, you're confused. That's what happens to women when you wine and dine them, do all that romantic type of shit, and then all of a sudden you're trying to just dick them down. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to be careful with that shit. And this is why I be telling motherfuckers how important game is. Now, it's not to say you can't go to dinner with a chick and have sex with her that night, but a lot of it has to do with the way that you're doing certain things and how you're presenting certain things. So, I mean, I wasn't on a date with the dude, but I'm assuming that he sort of like took the route of being on some like romantical type of, hey, I'm, you know, on some boyfriendy shit. He like, what I'm saying is he probably gave her boyfriend energy, which is what made her feel like she regretted the shit she did later. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that's what he did, but he into his own shit because he was, you know, supporting this these ridiculous Me Too and, you know, all the being on some male feminist.
Oh yeah. He was. See, that's the thing. He was on that feminist shit too, and that's the funny part, because he was on that male feminist shit, and then now see what happened to him. You see what I mean? See?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny to see them eating their own, like, just
right,
exactly.
Exactly. Now, real shit, man. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, cool. Brother.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Yeah,
definitely, man.
Later, thanks. Bye.
All right, peace. All right. Yeah, he's on sorry shit, man. This nigga crazy, man. 481. Now, and the thing with that chick, you know, she's on some bullshit. But you gotta, you know, you gotta be careful how you move in these streets with these chicks. Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, what's good with you? This is Infinite-ism out of Oakland.
What up, bro? What's going on with you, man?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I can't complain. How about yourself?
I'm good. What's going on with you?
Nah, man, I was just hearing what the last caller was saying, and it was some real shit, because I was talking to somebody else about that shit, about drinking. You feel me? Before going out. And,
right.
You know, a lot of times dudes, you know, they think that they got to drink before, you know, approaching bitches or even going out or whatever, which, you know, is kind of cool or whatever, but what I noticed is when I was drunk or when I was drinking and I was approaching bitches or whatever, I used to think like, oh, you know, my game is on tight. You know, I'm saying the right things or this, that, and the third, but I really wasn't. It was just the fact that I thought that I was, you know, I believed what I was saying, you feel me, at the time. And
right.
Women seen that, you feel me, and they seemed confident. It really wasn't that, you know, I was saying all these magical, you know, unbelievable shit that I thought it was just all in my mind that, you know, what I was saying was right and you believed in yourself, and of course females sense that energy and gravitated to it. You feel me?
Right, exactly. That's what, and see, this is, I'm glad you brought that up, because it's so funny, and I try to explain this shit to dudes, but they don't understand, because like you said, you drink the shit, and then you feel sort of like looser, you feel like chill, and then you start doing all this shit and saying all this shit, and you're comfortable with it, because inside of you feel comfortable at the point to where you can say all the shit you're saying, and then by you saying all the shit you're saying and feeling comfortable, the girls gravitate to you. You see what I mean? Now,
Exactly.
and this is what I try to explain to people when I talk about confidence. You see what I'm saying? Because it's the same concept. It's the same concept because see, but unfortunately, this is what dudes do. The drinking is the same shit as, let's say, getting a sports car. The drinking is the same shit as, let's say, buying some fancy jewelry, buying some fancy clothes, because with all that shit, you now feel good. You feel what I'm saying? You feel good with the shit. So now, since you're feeling good, remember, the feelings are coming from inside. Since you feel good, right? Then what happens is that you start acting a certain way off of that feeling, and then the girls gravitate to you, right? So now you have that confidence because of that car or that fucking nice clothes or the jewelry or whatever. That confidence is coming out because of those things. But it's not really those things. It's still coming from your own mind and your own feelings. It's just that you think that you need that, and that creates a thought in your mind in order for you to feel that way. But what I'm saying with confidence is that you can have all that feeling without the thing. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's the thing that, right, and that's the thing that guys don't understand. This is why a lot of times, and truthfully, this is why a lot of times where guys who some people would consider to be good looking, right, will get a lot of chicks interacting with them or getting attention because the chick will check them out. But since the guy believes, oh, I'm getting these girls because I'm good looking, that makes him feel good. And again, the feelings is the thing that makes him act a certain way. And that's what gravitates the chicks to him further. Now, again, the chick will check him out because she thinks he's physically appealing. But if he's feeling confident off of that interaction, that's what grabs her in, because his confidence is the thing that drives the whole situation. But his confidence is coming from the outside forces of him thinking, oh, I'm so cute and I'm so handsome, so girls are gonna want me, and then he feels good about himself. And again, like I said, you can have that feeling without the actual outside shit. Just like you can have the feeling of being able to talk to a girl, interact with her, have fun, say what you want to say without getting drunk. You see what I mean? And so that's what I've been trying to tell dudes. You know what I mean? But
it's all in the mind, man.
Right.
It's all about having that confidence within, because there's been a lot of times where I thought I was saying some fly shit when I was on one.
Right.
And I really wasn't. It was just, I just believed in myself, and I just didn't give a fuck.
Right,
You feel me?
exactly.
Now, I try to cut off on the alcohol because of health reasons and shit like that. You feel me? Other than, sometimes, like you just said earlier, if you just want to fuck a bitch, you feel me? I'm just going to try to go to a bar, try to, to facilitate an environment where, I'm not no boyfriend type. I'm just trying to fuck. So going to a bar, getting some drinks, that whole vibe sets the mood where you can facilitate. Oh, I'm just trying to fuck. You feel me?
Right.
That's a good reason to drink. But if you're doing it purposely, like for the sole reason to talk to bitches, you fooling yourself.
Right, and the thing is, you don't ever want to have anything that's a crutch, because once the crutch isn't available, then you're fucked, because you subconsciously programmed yourself to need to have the crutch. You see what I'm saying? So that's, I don't know if y'all probably hear something in the background. They working on some shit downstairs in my crib, so they trying to fix some shit. So if y'all hear something in the background, that's what it is. But anyway, but yeah, that crutch is the thing that's gonna fuck you up in the long run, because look, once the crutch ain't there, you're gonna be like, shit, I can't do it. It's not even that you don't know how to do it. It's more so you have the thought process of, I actually can't do it, because now this is what you've been programmed to think and feel. So now you're all fucked up in the game when it comes time for you to really get down and make something happen, and then you lose out and miss out because you were relying on the crutch. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Now I agree with you 100%, man. Like, and the fact that the confidence or the order that you presented yourself when it comes to talking to the female, she sees that, of course, obviously, whether you was drunk or not or whatever, but she sees that, and most of the time when you are drunk or a little tipsy or whatever, you feel me? Your game is sharp where you have a take it or leave it type of approach, and you just don't give a fuck.
Right.
You feel me? Like, you just like, I don't give a fuck, and that vibe is what intrigues women or whatever.
Oh, hell yeah. Cause
you gonna say?
No, because I was agreeing with you, because I think what guys gotta understand, that whole energy of not giving a fuck, and this is what I was talking about earlier, of being sort of detached, and it's like whatever, right? It's intriguing to women because what most women experience are thirsty dudes. So women actually like thirsty dudes. Let me tell you why. Because a thirsty dude basically it's something that actually makes her feel, it fixes her attention fix. Like she still wants attention. Regardless if the girl wants to fuck you or not, she wants attention. So the thirsty dudes and the simps and all of that give her that energy she needs, that attention she needs. You see what I mean? But what happens is that when you don't, like, if you like have that take it or leave it attitude, the whole leave it attitude is like, oh shit, why does this guy not want to fuck with me? Why is he not thirsty like the other guys? Why is he not trying to, and that within itself intrigues her, because now she's chasing your attention. It's like, when like 100 people say really good things about you, they be like, yo, you're so cool, you're so awesome, blah, blah, blah. And then you got that one person that be like, man, you whack. And you be thinking, what they mean? Why they think I'm whack? Blah, blah. You see what I'm saying? Because you like the attention everybody's giving you, telling you all you're the shit. But then that one person says you're whack. You're like, but why? What's going on? You know what I mean? Because you still are starving for that acceptance. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what happens with the chicks. You know what I mean? Like, that's exactly what happens.
She always got to be chasing your validation, and that's why you can't oversaturate compliments and shit like that. You feel me? Because she always has to be in a situation where she's chasing, like, your validation, your confirmation. When she asks you shit like, how do you, are you having a good time? I like it when a bitch be like, oh, are you having a good time?
Right. Oh, that's the best.
Shit, like, that's when I know. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm all in the throat in.
That's when you know you got him. When a chick says, hey, are you having a good time? That's one. Or my other favorite is when a chick says sorry. Oh, I fucking love when a chick says sorry and repeatedly says sorry. This is a chick where you're on a date with her and you're supposed to meet her at 8 o'clock. She comes at 8:01. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I'm late. The train or the bus or this. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's cool, whatever. And then like she'll like, she'll say some other shit. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And I'm like, no, it's cool. Like, she's very apologetic. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's a good sign that a chick is into you, because she cares what you think and what's going on and how everything's going. You feel what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, she's treating your respect so carefully. You feel me? Like, she's so careful, and she knows when she slips up or whatever. You feel like she knows.
Exactly.
It's in the nature. Like, she knows when she slips up, but and at the same time, it shows that she respects you. You feel me? And she validates your time pretty much. So when she's over here apologetic, she's gonna be apologetic even throughout the date. Even sometimes, like, she get in your car or whatever, and she can't put her belt, the seatbelt on right.
Right.
She'll just do something, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so embarrassed." So
right.
Like, oh, yeah.
That's the
and
best.
The realest shit. I was watching the podcast like 2-3 weeks ago where we was talking about getting to the point. Why it's very important to get to the point with bitches.
Right.
And I remember Miles and one of y'all said it's very important to get to your point.
Exactly.
Fuck just getting to the point. You got to get to your point. Fuck what that bitch is thinking.
Exactly.
So she, like you just said, she gonna be thinking a million other things. Even there have been times where I've been considerate of thinking of how a girl might think or whatever, and she probably even told me how she thought. But later on, I'm like, she wasn't thinking like that the whole time. You
right.
Know? Like,
Right.
It was just a waste of time. Like, you really didn't even know her, or you didn't even know how she was really thinking. You feel me? So you just gotta pay attention to what the fuck you want. Like, I'm about to go kick it with a bitch tonight right now, and I'm just like, look, she's gonna take me out because she got to make up for flaking a week ago or whatever. So I'm like, look, you feel me? You're gonna take me out to this spot, and right after, I'm just trying to fuck, so I'm just gonna take it straight to the house. And if she ain't talking about coming to the house or whatever, I'm like, all right, for sure, just go on with my night.
Right. Exactly. Nah, real shit, man. Real fucking shit, man. That's what it is, yo. That's what it is. That's what the fuck it is, man. Because, like, man, it's crazy when you start seeing, like, the stuff you learned or understand about the game playing out while you're dealing with a girl, you know what I'm saying? Or dealing with women just in general. You're like, oh, shit, like, this is what is going on. And then that's what's so good about it, because then you could peep it. You're like, okay, I can see this chick playing games. I can see this chick is into me. I can see this chick wants the D. I can see this chick is kind of iffy. You know, you see all that shit. You be like, okay. And then it makes it, you know, it makes it easier for you, because now you know how to peep it, as from before it was just like, I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? It's like, so you know how to move better. You feel what I'm saying?
It's like beforehand, like before knowing the whole science and the principles, I'd say, of the whole game. Like before, you just going off of what you was thinking was right, and you still had that feeling of being an alpha male and assertive when you would a female. But now that you know the whole, like you really know the science of like, now I see why she specifically did that.
Right, exactly.
And now I see why she choosing her. You know, you pay attention, because there might be a vibe like back in the days where you probably didn't know the game, but it was a vibe that you was giving off that you naturally, like you wasn't trying to give off intentionally, but a girl probably was on it just because you probably wasn't giving her attention, even though you probably wasn't trying to.
Right.
You feel me? But, and then, you know, and then she pretty much was on it, and you probably fucked it up, or you probably didn't fuck it up, but now that you see the whole science, you could prepare yourself.
Yeah, because you notice,
prepare yourself, it makes it easy.
Because you notice some guys will say shit like, they be like, how come all the girls that I don't want be trying to holler at me? You feel what I'm saying? You heard that before, right? Like dudes just say that shit, or you probably noticed it, or in your own situation. And the reason why that happens is because the girls you don't really want, you actually interact with them either consciously or subconsciously as like it's whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And so that it's whatever type of energy is what makes them want to fuck with you. But the girls you really want, you low-key start acting like a simp. You feel what I'm saying? You low-key start like sweating them and shit, and that's why you can't get them. It's not you can't get them because, oh, they're super hot and these other girls is the only ones you can get because they're ugly or whatever and all this other shit. It's because the girls you're not that attracted to, you give off a certain energy of whatever. I'm not really, you know, feeling you like that, or it doesn't matter, or I could talk to you and not really whatever. But if you can translate that same energy to the chicks you fucking with, or the chicks you want to fuck with, those chicks will be fucking with you. That's why I be telling cats, don't be treating these women differently. But see, on a subconscious level, a lot of guys be doing that because they still haven't gotten to a point where they're confident within themselves. Because once you're confident within yourself, you basically look at all those chicks like, yo, whatever, you're just some chick. I don't even know who the fuck are you? Like, well, I'm gonna be bending over backwards for you. I don't give a fuck. If you want to come through, come through. If not, don't come through. Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And and when you have that energy, you start attracting more like women that you actually want. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man.
And some real shit like I learned like you got to talk to everybody when you go outside just to warm up your game.
Oh
you got to talk to everybody, whether they're blind, crippled, crazy, they look whatever. You just to warm up your game, so you could just have that vibe of that consistency of just talking and just practicing.
Oh yeah.
Just, you know, smart, and you can practice small little slick shit that you might say with somebody, shit like that. So when you are interacting with a girl that does catch your eye, whatever, like you just said, you got to treat them the same, and you got to let the only difference in treating them is when they earned it. Like if you just meeting somebody for the first few times, you got to treat them just like somebody, like anybody else, until they earn that respect or that value. They got to. But a lot of people, when they meet somebody new, they start off, you feel me, hella nice and, you know, putting their best foot forward, right? And then later on, they start treating people like shit.
Right.
You feel me? And I'm like, why? Like, nah, it's supposed to be the other way around. Like,
exactly.
You meet somebody, not to say you treat them like shit or nothing like that, but you still kind of skeptical, like, oh, okay, and I still don't know you like that until you earn shit. But dudes, they try to hand it when they're around like a girl that looks good, that they feeling them. They try to hand everything to them, like, here you go. Here's my heart. Here's my money. Here's everything, my attention. I'm like, nah.
Right. And that's when they start fucking up. I'm telling you, people gotta understand, like, all of this is energy, man. It's a fucking energy. It's a feeling. You understand? This is why I be getting on dudes who they're so concerned just about shit like looks. And I'm like, yes, if a chick thinks you're cute, she'll look at you, she'll think you're cute, but that's it, my nigga. If you're not really doing nothing to really push the shit forward and make shit happen, most of the time this shit ain't gonna pop off. And because you don't have that energy, you don't have that feeling, you haven't inspired this woman to actually want to make something happen with you. Because you understand, like women are so, dude, women are so very, what's what I'm looking for? It's like you either gonna have a woman who's like all the way into you, where she's just so fucking into you, where it's like you could tell this chick to jump off the bridge with you and she'll just do it because she's just like, she just wants to experience, things with you. She's like, fuck it, I'm going over the bridge with this nigga. I know I just met him 20 minutes ago, but I don't know, something about this nigga, whatever. You have those girls. Then you got the girls who are they're sort of into you. Like they might think you're cute. They might be intrigued a little bit, but then they still looking for your flaws. They're like, let me wait for this nigga to do something stupid so I could stop fucking with him, or I could tell him no. You feel what I'm saying? And so you got all that shit going on. So and that's most of the time. You understand? That happens a lot more than you meeting the girls who's automatically just all over you. You feel what I'm saying? And the reason why, and this is the thing, I always tell guys, there's three types of chicks. The ones who's really feeling you, the ones who's sort of in the middle, who's they're feeling you, but they're still on the fence, and the girls who's totally not feeling you. And the thing is, the girls that you're going to usually run into the most are the middle girls. The girls who are in the middle. You feel what I'm saying? That's who you're going to run into the most. And the reason why, and this is why it's not just about looks or whatever and all this other stuff, is because since looks are so subjective, it's not a strong enough thing to get a girl to just be automatically, it's not a strong enough thing where you're going to have a large number of women wanting you just because of looks. Meaning that since we all sort of look different, like let's say, for example, I'm a black guy, dark skinned. Let's say you got an Asian guy and a white guy. Let's say if a chick's like physical ideal type is a black dude that looks like me, right? If she's in a city with 90-something% white dudes, right? Most of those white dudes that's trying to holler at her, she's going to be in the middle with them. She's not going to be all the way feeling them because they don't have that look or that presence that I have, which is her ideal. You see what I'm saying? So whatever the person's ideal is very minuscule and small. It's a small segment of the population in most cases. So this is why when you meet a girl who's really, 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 really feeling you, it's because you fit her ideal criteria and you're a small segment of that type of guy you are. You understand? There's only a small segment of the population who looks like your type, your height, your build, your complexion, your nose structure, whatever, all that other goofy shit. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the thing that people got to understand. You see what I mean? And this is why I always tell cats that the game overall trumps all of that shit. You see what I'm saying? Meaning the game can get you to the actual point of where you're trying to go. Besides all the limiting things as far as looks, money, status, all this other goofy shit that dudes think that it's just about. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, and at the same time, you might present a game or just have a personality that a girl probably never been familiar with.
Right.
You feel me? Like, even though, and that intrigues her, like she probably never seen something like you, or your whole style is just way different than that's why a lot of times when people come from out of town to other different cities, like I notice when I go to different cities, I notice that the cooperation is a little easier sometimes because you might talk with a different accent or just your whole style is just a little different where she's probably not familiar with it.
Right.
Some might not even want to fuck with you. Whatever it is, what it is. But there's some that just because you have a whole different style to you, she's like, okay.
Oh yeah.
This is something new that I'm interested in.
Mm-hmm. Nah, real shit. Because there's times, I go to certain places and they'll be like, oh, you have an accent. I'm like, I don't got like, to me, it's not an accent, but it's like, I'm from Brooklyn and I'm, you know what I mean? So if I'm talking to a chick who's from fucking London or some shit and she's not used to hearing the way I sound, you feel what I'm saying? It sounds like cool to her. You know what I'm saying? So, because for some reason, Australian chicks, every time, like, I don't know what it is, like, my success rate with Australian chicks is, like, damn near 100% be like, whenever I meet an Australian chick, it's over. It's fucking over. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be all over this shit. I'm just like, man. So, you know, but yeah, it all depends. It all depends on, this is why I be telling cats, they got to get out there, meet as many women as possible, because there's going to be a lot of girls who are, you know, sort of iffy with you, but then you're going to also run into those girls who are really, really feeling you. And those are like the best girls to fuck with, because it's like everything is so easy. And they're just, that's when, you know what's funny? A lot of dudes say, they be like, oh, these bitches out here are evil and they suck and I hate them and yada, 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 right? You know why they say that? That's because 99% of these dudes haven't met a chick who really likes them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They haven't met a chick that really likes them. That's what it's really about. Because when you meet a chick that really likes you, she's the nicest motherfucker on earth. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She treats you like a goddamn king. You're like, goddamn, like what? Like, what is this? Like, who are you? Where'd you come from? You feel what I'm saying?
It's a different dynamic.
Right.
You feel me? Like, it's just like when you around your niece or your nephew or whatever, or just whoever, you know, somebody close to you, you have a special bond with that person. You feel me? And you prioritize that person. You feel me? Based off, you know, your experience with them, your interests or whatever. And same thing with them. You feel me? Like when they see that, you know, when you're that person, like when you're that person that, like you just said, that ideal. That's why, like, dudes from back in the day, they be like, I'm trying to get chose.
Right,
like,
right.
Like when you get you know when you get chose, because she's gonna go out your way. And then I notice a lot of times too, like you'll just pay attention to what she gravitates towards too, like her interests, like whether it's comedy, whether it's music, and you'll notice like a lot of times I'll be like, damn, I fit that mold of dude that she gravitates towards too. You feel me? Like whether it's comedy, whether it's like the jokes that y'all probably laugh at together, the music, you feel me? Like you'll notice like the rapper that they probably listen to probably got a similar. I'm not saying like you probably, like I talk slow, right? So a lot of times, a lot of females out, you know, that I've knocked, I notice they like to listen to Jay-Z and Nas.
Right.
You feel me? Like more chill, laid back dudes. You feel me? And that's the shit that I listen to. I naturally gravitate towards too, because I see some of, you know, me and them. You feel me? So it's funny. At the end of the day, it's like you got to. A lot of dudes think they see a girl that they really like, right? And they approach them and they think you just tell her anything you can to get her. That's why a lot of these dudes be like, "Oh man, these bitches ain't shit." I'm like, no, you're supposed to knock the girl that's gonna be in, that's gonna make it real easy for you.
Yeah, exactly. Because yo, dude, I had situations, man, where chicks, you know, they're really into me, where I'd give them the number and shit, and they'll hit me up, and then we set a date. We probably go out on a date. Everything is all smiles and laughs and giggles and fun this, fun that, making out, all this other shit. And then even the sex, you know, having sex is just like, yo, like it's on. Like I remember this one chick, I met her on Tinder, and it was super quick. It was like we met up, we went to get a drink, and then it was like around 9:30. By 11 o'clock, we at her hotel. We're having sex and all that other shit. Next thing you know, she goes out of town. She's like, oh, hey, I had a really good time. She came back into town. She was like, hey, I was thinking about you. I'm coming back into town. If you're free, we should get together. Like, it was like everything was just super easy. It was none of this, oh, I'm not sure. Can we do it next? It was like everything was so fucking simple. And even to the point where sometimes when a chick is really feeling you and she flakes, this is how you can tell a chick's really feeling you. If a chick actually flakes, but she actually, like, let's say she had to flake because of some emergency, she'll be super apologetic about the shit, and then she'll try to set another day. She'll be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I have to do this. This happened. I got to go see so-and-so. I'm so sorry. And, you know, forgive me. Can we do this day? Or, blah, 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 blah. And she'll be like, you know, super crazy, like it's life or death type of shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then so you're like, yeah, no problem. We could do whatever. And then she actually comes and sees you and you get the shit popping. You know what I mean? Like, if everything seems, the energy she gives you is so fucking positive. And this is why I'm saying that a lot of dudes who are super angry at chicks and who got a chip on their shoulder is coming from their experience. Now, I'm not saying that to sort of shit on their experience, but what I'm saying is that they have to understand that their perspective is like that because they haven't dealt with the girl who really liked them. Now, the reason why they haven't dealt with a girl who really liked them is because they haven't put themselves out there enough to actually find those girls who really like them. And this is why I be telling guys like, yo, it's a numbers game. You gotta put yourself out there. The problem with the game is that dudes are looking for tricks and magic formulas because what they want is they want to say, hey, give me some lines to say to this bitch so I can get her naked. That's what dudes want. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
like they never talk to a girl.
It's so stupid. They're so stupid. Like, it's funny because I try to show my partners videos and shit, and I be noticing, like, dudes be thinking, like, when you show, I'm like, hey, man, check this video, on some game shit, right? And dudes be thinking, like, they're going to understand the whole game in 10 minutes.
Right, exactly.
I'm like, you dumbass. Like, you know how much information you gotta put yourself out there. This shit takes years.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. It's crazy because they see what it is that they're and this is why they come up with stuff like, oh, it's all about looks, money, and status. You see what I'm saying? Because they're looking for the easy sort of like rationalization as to why they're not having success. You see what I mean? And it's that's where that comes from.
They want to avoid the hard work, man.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
They want to avoid the hard work. They want to avoid the rejections. They just want to jump into the game. It's like they want to play football and not get injured. Like they like, I want to play football.
Right.
I want to be a running back or whatever. But I don't want to hurt my shoulders though.
Right. Exactly.
Hurt my knees.
Exactly. No, real shit, bro. Real shit. So is dudes just gotta really understand it. They gotta come at the game understanding that they have to put in that work. The shit has to actually be something that they cultivate. It has to be something that that they're doing, and then this is how they're gonna get to those girls. You see what I'm saying? It's like you want to get to that, because I always say a guy should at least one time be able to experience that shit so that they'll know. You understand? Experience a chick who's just really, really down for you, who's actually trying to make shit pop, who actually likes you, who actually shows up on a date, who comes to the date on time, who's cooperative, who has sex with you, who, buys you shit or whatever. You understand? Like, you're like, oh shit, like, this is actually happening, this is actually real, versus thinking that that's only designated for certain type of guys. They're thinking, well, only good-looking guys get girls that want to fuck them, or only good-looking guys get girls that want to buy them gifts, or only guys with money, get this and that. And it's like, no, you just haven't experienced it because you gave up. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what it is. It's like, and that, and unfortunately, that's what a lot of the MGTOW dudes be doing. And they always hate when I talk about shit, but when I talk about them, but it's real shit. Because they'll want to like disguise it as, no, we're talking about the gynocentric government thing of women taking guys and doing this and doing that. And I'm like, okay, all right. But that's your excuse, but I don't see no videos on the government. I don't see no videos on that type of shit. 90% of the videos is these bitches ain't shit. Oh, these chicks are whack. They suck. And to be honest, there are gonna be a lot of chicks who you meet that ain't gonna be shit. But on the same token,
a majority.
Right.
And it's not like they just ain't shit to you. Like, it doesn't mean that they not shit in general. It's just they not trying to fuck with you. Like, the thing is, a majority of them ain't gonna be about shit, when it comes to fucking with you. But the cooperation is gonna come from that small percentage. That small percentage, whether it's 10 to 15%, you feel me, of the women that you approach.
Right.
It's gonna be that small percentage that you just gotta focus on and fuck with, cause the rest, of course, they not, they just ain't gonna fuck with it. And they get approached by a gazillion other dudes too, and dudes be taking that shit personal. It's
Right,
like,
right.
The reality of it is gonna be 10 to 15%, whether you on Tinder,
Right.
whether you knocking bitches on the street. Well, I think knocking on the street is maybe you increase your chances a bit more, but
Right.
it's still gonna be slim. It's still gonna be slim.
Real shit, man. Real shit. Well, that's the guys gotta understand. They gotta get to the reality of the situation. That's why, and unfortunately, a lot of guys, and this is the honest truth. This is why most guys don't get help in the game, is because a lot of guys don't want to they don't want to fess up or to accept the truth about the game. You understand? They don't want to accept that. They don't want to accept that, yo, you gonna have to put some work out here. You feel what I'm saying? And actually keep it pushing. They don't want to accept that, that it's not just about looks, money, and status. They don't want to accept that because it's so comforting to have that rationalization. Because now, if you're a guy who thinks they're ugly, you're gonna be like, well, that's why I ain't getting no girls, because I'm ugly. And then you ain't gotta do shit. You see what I'm saying? But if you end up seeing a whole bunch of dudes who you are uglier than you or whatever getting girls, then you ain't got no excuse. You see what I mean? And so now it becomes
even then they'll come up with something. They'll come up with something else.
Right, exactly.
Like they'll come up with some random. They're like, well, he's tall. He got money. He's this. I'm
right,
like,
right.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. Like
that's what I'm saying.
The thing is, it's like when you get chose, everything's gonna be easy when it comes to the female that's cooperating with you. That one or two, whoever,
right.
The number of girls that you got on your, your stable or whatever. But the thing is, getting that girl is gonna be hard work.
Right, right.
But once you get the girl, of course, that's gonna be easy. It's not gonna. Cooperation is gonna be all smooth and everything else is gonna be smooth. But when it comes to getting that girl, like finding now that's gonna take hard work. But a lot of people, a lot of dudes don't. It all comes down to that ego. You feel me? That it hits a lot of dudes hard. The confidence too. Like with the shit that you and me talking about, the shit that you always be speaking on. You gotta have a level of confidence to be like, you know what? I'm fucking up. I don't got game. Let me work on this. But
right. Exactly.
It breaks their confidence.
Exactly. Real shit. And that's the thing. Like, if guys are more honest with themselves, you understand what I'm saying? Because see, that's why dudes sort of think that they need to actually lie to chicks, because they're not honest with themselves. You see what I'm saying? They're not honest with themselves to say, look, my game is weak. Let me work on this game so I can actually get shit popping, right? They'll be like, fuck all that shit. They'll be like, oh, it ain't about all that, and it's about this, and that. It's about looks, money, status, so let me lie to this girl till I got a whole bunch of money, or let me do this and do that. And then that shit, you understand? It gets into that type of thought process. And they never improve, and they never get shit popping for themselves, because this is all self-improvement. That's why it's called self-improvement. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's about you. It's about improving yourself. Because after you do all this other bullshit and all this dumb shit, at the end of the day, you still stuck with yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So have you done anything to really be the best version of you that you can be? And most dudes don't give a fuck about that. They're just like the other day, I was on me and Steve the Dean did a show, and this dude, he called in and he was like, like, how do you get these girls? By being honest, because I'm being honest with them and it's not working, and that's why I feel like I gotta lie. And I was telling him, I was like, see, your honesty's not working because you don't actually feel authentic and comfortable in being honest. You still in the back of your head, you still think honesty is not gonna work for you. You still think who you are isn't good enough. And so that's what happens with a lot of motherfuckers when it comes to confidence, is that their confidence is so low that they think that, oh, I got to get a nice car, I got to get a whole bunch of money, I got to get all these things in order for me to be good enough for the woman. You feel what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. Because how the fuck, it's funny like this, how the hell does a woman just stand there and just look cute, but you gotta fucking act like, oh, I need a car, I need money, Why do you need all this extra shit, but she don't need nothing else but to just be who she is? You feel what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's that society of just putting women on a pedestal, man.
Right.
It's so scary because subconsciously you telling yourself like you're not good enough. For a female that just all she does is look. She looks pretty. She probably don't bring nothing to the table.
Right.
Has no sort of substance, no value.
Mm-hmm.
She probably ain't doing shit with her life. But you got to go above and beyond.
Right. As
a human being, you feel me? Even when dudes be buying bitches drinks at the club, I'm like, or at the bar, I'm like, unless we arrange a date, I can understand that because obviously we both shown interest and she's going out of her way, she's driving to the bar, I'm driving to the bar, whatever. So you feel me? She's showing some effort where we be like, all right, you know what? I got the first round, it's cool.
Right.
But if we at the club, you feel me? This is a mutual, this is just a setting that everybody's pretty much over here. Like, this bitch is at the club purposely there just to break dudes for drinks.
Right. Exactly.
Purposely in there. And I'm like, check this out. Unless we go to another bar, we walk outside, and we go to another bar 2-3 blocks down, then I might, get both of us a drink or whatever. But as long as we in this club, I ain't buying you shit.
Right.
Nothing.
Real shit, man.
I got to see that you put in the effort. It has to be some sort of mutual effort. Why do I have to buy a drink to tell you, you feel me, or to show like, in order for me to talk to you, I have like, nah.
That's what I'm saying. There's a
lot of dudes, right? Let's say they bought a girl a drink before in the past, and they went home and fucked, right? But I think at the end of the day, it's like you was gonna fuck anyway.
Thank you. I'm like, dudes, they don't get it. And again, doing that is telling yourself, this is what I need to do to get girls. Again, that's the crutch. They're like, yo, I gotta buy the girl the drink in order to fuck. And whenever you're doing that shit, you're putting yourself on, you're giving yourself those crutches. You're thinking, I'm not good enough. Anytime you do any type of shit that's outside of yourself to try to get a chick, you're basically dissing yourself. You understand? Every time whenever you lie to get the chick, you're disrespecting yourself. Anytime you think I gotta buy this girl a drink, you're disrespecting yourself. Now, some guys are cool with disrespecting themselves. They're like, well, whatever, I'm gonna get pussy. That's on them. But again, you gotta really think about what you're doing at the end of the day, though. You see what I'm saying? And the funny part is, imagine how much more pussy you would get if you were to respect yourself. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you see, dudes don't give a fuck about that. But yo, listen, I got a whole bunch of people trying to call in again. You feel me? They're like,
now do what you do, brother, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna call back next week.
Definitely, man. I appreciate the game, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, bye.
But yeah, man. All right, so y'all in the chat room are like, yo, I'm trying to call in. Why you have him on the phone for so long? Nah, he spin when you spin that game, you gotta flow, man. You gotta let that shit flow, bro. You gotta let that shit flow. But yeah, if you guys want to call in 646-481-3901. Yeah, what's going on?
What's up, Mr. Locario? This is Bernard. I've been watching all your videos. I've been watching this laugh. I don't know how long it's been going on.
That's what's up. That's
but
poppin'.
hey, I've been having trouble with like you said, I'm thinking it's better to like meet a girl in person and attract her in person instead of like the internet or just like dating apps or like Snapchat or Twitter type shit. You feel me? So like, I don't know what's the reason why, but I feel like you just get straight to the point, like if you on some Snapchat or Facebook, or you just feel like, I don't know, like, because like I haven't been getting like any results from Snapchat.
You talking about if you're trying to hit up chicks online?
Yeah, like Snapchat, Facebook, or Twitter, something like that.
Right. Well, the thing is, you gotta understand, it's a different thing. Do you try like dating sites like Tinder, OkCupid, all that other shit?
I mean, no, I'm not really into the dating sites.
All right, so because the thing I was gonna say is this: what you gotta understand is you have to always see what context you're doing things in. So in a certain context, in a certain situation, if you're hitting chicks up on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. I don't really use Snapchat as much, but any one of those social media sites, Instagram, and all the other shit. You have to remember that since those aren't actual dating sites, right? What it is that it's going to be a different like energy that's going to be that's going to come across when you're trying to holler at girls on those on those other sites. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
So the thing is, in those situations, like let's say for example, by the way, anybody that needs some help with getting girls on Facebook or getting girls on Twitter, check out my dude Royal Flyness. Google Royal Flyness and get his book, The Facebook Date Book, and also get his other book called Tweet Her and Meet Her. So if you want to learn how to do the joints with Facebook and Twitter, get those two books. So I'm telling that to you too also. So get those two books. But basically, what you got to understand is that with the social media stuff, you have to be social first. You understand? Meaning that since let's say for example on Instagram, if you're trying to holler at a chick on Instagram, you don't want to just randomly go into her DMs and try to holler to a certain extent. Like you could, but it's most likely not going to work as well because you're one of many dudes that's probably trying to do that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to come at it different. You got to come at it through the back door. You got to basically, for example, let's say is a chick that, you know, you follow her, and let's say you like two of her pictures or some shit, right? And then you send her a message about one of the pictures you liked. So, for example, let's say she had a picture of her, like, on some trip somewhere in some city or state or whatever. And you say, yo, where were you at in that picture on, you know, so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. So you're talking about the picture. So then she might respond and say, oh, I took a trip to Spain, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh, yeah, I'm trying to go there next year. Was it good? And now you get into a conversation, right? Now it's sort of like you guys sort of know each other and shit, right? Next thing you know, if you find out, let's say she lives in your city or some shit, you be like, oh, where you at? She's like, oh, I'm live here. You're like, oh, yeah, I live in that same area, right? Then after that, that's when you try to say, listen, what you doing this week? And we should get together, hang out or something, right? So now you're getting in it like that way. You see what I'm saying?
It's like you're easing your way into
right. And the reason why you're doing it that way is because since it's not a dating site, and since you still have a whole bunch of thirsty dudes hitting her up in the DM, so like, yo, ma, what's up, blah, 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 let's get together. You don't want to blend in with those guys. You want to sort of stand out by getting her attention another way, and then you do it. So this is going for the whole online thing, because you got to sort of do it differently. Like if you was in person, like if you just met the girl on the street, then you could do it a different way. But since you're doing it through those mediums, it's a certain way you got to do it to actually get her attention, to actually make the thing like, you know, work out better than you would expect it. You see what I'm saying?
Right, like stand out, like you gotta get her attention in a different way.
Right, exactly. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, you want what you want to happen is you want it to like, and this is the thing with game. What you want to happen is the interactions you having with girls should seem as natural as possible. Because right here we're talking about different ways to do shit. We're talking about how to make it happen, all this other stuff. The experience the girl is having, it should seem seamless. It should seem like, oh, this shit just sort of happened. You feel what I'm saying? And so, so by you doing it this way, it falls under that. You see what I'm saying? And so, you know, so that's the thing. But the thing is, if you're trying to get chicks online, you'll probably have a lot of times an easier time, not necessarily easier, but just a little bit more frequent, occurrences if you do online dating sites, because the chicks are actually on there to date. You feel what I'm saying? Or on there looking for dudes. You see what I mean? So, you know.
Right. But another thing is, I wanted to point out, like, you know, like, even if you're trying to hit on her or just, like, randomly DM her, like, some girls, like, they'll feel like, oh, I don't know this guy, he's a stranger or whatever, and then that's like, Mike, just ignore your shit, like.
Well,
Like, I
some
don't
girl,
know.
some girls is gonna ignore you, but I'm telling you that more girls are gonna ignore you if you just go straight into the DMs talking about yo, what's up, let me get at you type shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Exactly.
right, because if you asking her a question about her page or one of her pictures or whatever like that, what it does is that it separates you because most other guys ain't asking that shit or they're not really coming up with that. Some guys might just go in her DMs and ask her about her. You understand? But you're not really asking necessarily just specifically about her. You're asking about something that has to do with the actual website. You're right. You see what I'm saying? That has to do with Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is. So what it is that you're having a conversation about that, which she responds to about that, and then you ease your way into the other things. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You see what I mean? So yeah, that's how you do it, man.
And a lot of things, the words can be interpreted as something else. Man. That's what they say. Like your voice would mean more than words. So.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing. That's why even when you do stuff online, you see the point of meeting chicks online, either it be a fucking dating site, Instagram, whatever it is you want to be able to get the girl to meet you in person as soon as possible. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so you want to be able to do that, but it's I would say a lot of times it's a little bit more easier to meet women just in person versus online because you have so many other things going for you in person to be able to pull a chick. You see what I mean? So you know,
exactly.
Right.
More like she knows you more.
Right. Mm-hmm. But you can still get shit popping online. But yeah, just whenever you trying to make shit happen with these girls on these sites, make sure to try to come at them a different way in order to get that conversation going. Once you get the conversation going, that's when you move into trying to make something happen. You see what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
All right, bro. I'm gonna holler at you later, man. All right.
All right. I had one more. I ain't gonna lie. This is one more thing you just said about this last video that I.
Oh yeah, go ahead, real quick.
This is one more thing, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You said like being honest with yourself and like building like self confidence.
Right.
Like I just wanted to let people know on the live, like shit really works. Like you just gotta be. You gotta be honest with yourself. Like if your game is weak, then just improve on your self confidence and just improve on being a better person and self character. Like
right.
Your game is only better. Like that's what people don't understand. Like they either lie about themselves or they don't think their self is good enough. But me, I'm in Delaware and I see like a lot of like. I'm like, no homo, I don't judge niggas, but like, there's a lot of ugly niggas out there. I don't even judge niggas, but hey, it is what it is.
Right. Delaware, that's crazy. I remember I was in Delaware a long time ago, man. I was popping in Delaware.
Not shit.
Going on there. You gotta come to these major cities, man. You gotta travel and bring your game over there. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
But I'll holler at you. All
right, bro. I'm holler at you.
All right, thank you.
Peace. Yeah, man. All right, so the caller number 646 481 3901. 646 481 3901. Man, but yeah. Let me see what this is. Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, hello.
What up? What's poppin'?
Yeah, man, I'm in London right now.
Alright, who's this? What's your name?
Kwame, and in.
Alright, what's going on with you?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I'm just basically like girls always flaking on me.
You said girls are what?
Always flaking on me.
Okay, and what what happened the last time you tried to go on a date? What did she say? She just called and said, "Hey, I ain't coming through." Like what's been going on?
Like basically, I told her to meet up with me. Wait, hold on. My thing's lagging a bit, so I'm just gonna use the Skype only.
Okay. That's why they flaking you.
Yeah.
You ain't. Gotta get on point, man.
Yeah, basically, I told her that I was gonna meet her in her area and take her out to like just a restaurant. But then I changed my mind to say that I probably shouldn't have done that. I told her that. What did I say? I told her to come to my area because I thought if I got to her place, it's kind of like it's a bit simple, if you know what I mean.
Right, but
So
see that
come to my zone.
See that change in your mind stuff. You feel what I'm saying? That sometimes within itself is it's displaying that you're indecisive.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to make sure you don't do that. But so were you talking to any other girls? Like how many girls have been flaking on you like in the past month? Like how many dates and they just all flaking on you? Hello, you there? Oh my God! See this guy? That's why they flaking on him. He don't got his shit together, man. Damn. Gotta get your shit together. It's funny. Hilarious. You.
Yeah. Hello.
Okay, you back? You back?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I was saying, what did these other girls like? How many girls flaked on you in the past month or something?
Like 8.
8 girls. So,
Yeah.
So you haven't been on any dates this past month.
No.
All your dates flaked
No.
on you.
Yeah.
And so, what's the process? Okay, tell me what like. So you meet the girl, right? And what do you do after you meet the girl?
What do you mean after I get the number? Yeah.
Yeah, after you get the number, what do you do?
Like I'll drop them like a text just saying. I'm not sure exactly what I'll say, but I try and make it just like light-hearted and say, and then drop my name at the end, and then that's it. So like, hey, I don't know, say I met her on the street, like, I don't know, I wouldn't say like, I hope like you enjoyed shopping or something like that.
You would say what?
I hope you enjoyed shopping.
Okay.
Or like some crap.
Okay. And that would be it?
Yeah, and I'll drop that one text.
And then would they respond?
No.
And some of them wouldn't respond?
No, sometimes they would, sometimes they wouldn't.
Okay, well see that's the thing. See, there's a difference between someone flaking and someone not responding to you. So some of the girls just not responding to you. Now flaking is is if you actually set a date and then they didn't show up or they called you to cancel. So
yeah.
So right. So let me know about those. So some of those girls you would. So tell me about a girl you met. You got the number. You set a date, and then what happened?
Hold on. That even happened today. Actually, I was supposed to meet someone today.
Oh.
But hang on. Let me see. Let me grab the whole. I'm just trying to get the whole conversation.
Okay.
Actually, no. Yeah, wait, hold on.
No, what did she like? What did she say? That's what I'm saying. Because see, it sounds like you're not sure of what you're doing, and because you're like, oh, I don't know what I said. You know what I mean? Like you got to be sure of what you're doing and saying because what you're doing and saying is important in the situation. Yeah. But go ahead. What did you find it?
Nah, I deleted it.
Oh, so you deleted it. Damn. But what did she say that made you know she was gonna flake? Like, what was her response to y'all getting together?
Oh, when I changed it actually, when I changed the time, she said, but it's too far from me or something.
Oh,
so
see.
It's like an hour.
And tell me about another girl that flaked on you.
Because she was gonna meet me before, but then I realized when she was gonna come to my area, then it was there. She said that.
Right, and tell me. And wait, I want to know about another girl. Tell me about another girl that flaked. Because you said 8 girls flaked on you. So tell me about one other girl who was supposed to go and see you on a date, and then she flaked on you. Like, what happened? Did this dude's phone go out again? Oh my goodness, this guy. See. Do y'all notice like how all over the place he is? Are you guys shocked that he's been getting flaked on? Nez, you say you know this dude? Hold on, let me see. Yo, is this you again?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, what's up with your phone, bruh?
Yeah, because I'm calling from, UK?
Nah, it don't matter if you call him dude. My dude Nez is calling from the UK, and his phone is fine. I don't know what's going on, but
No, I think it's because sometimes I speak quite low as well.
Right.
When I speak, I speak quite low.
All right, so listen.
Like, people can't hear me sometimes.
Right. So listen. So I want to know one other story. Tell me about one of the other girls who flaked on you. So you got a number, and you set up a date, and then what happened?
Yeah, because basically I told her that we're gonna meet at like a bar.
Uh-huh.
Like, this was like a few weeks back though.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her I set the date, like the time and everything, and then afterwards, like, she just didn't even respond back.
So you said to the girl,
yeah.
So you said to the girl, hey, let's meet up at a bar at this place at this time, and then there was no response. Yeah. Like she didn't...
Then she said, no, she said, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But then when it got to the time, like, she just...
So
she just didn't respond. And after that, I got annoyed, and then I got rid of her.
So wait, so hold on. Let me get it straight. So you said let's meet at a bar. She said yes, and then what happened on the day you were supposed to meet up?
On the day, she just, I was trying to get in contact with her, but she didn't. She just wasn't responding. So.
Okay, so you said to her, you confirmed. You said, hey, are we still on for the bar? And she didn't respond.
Yeah, she didn't respond. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the thing. What you have to understand is that there's gonna be women who are just gonna flake. Like you can't escape flaking. What I would say to you though, and what it seems like, is that you have to get more on point with how you're interacting with these girls, because just from the vibe that I'm getting, like you seem like all over the place. You have to be more sort of structured or more concrete about what you're doing. So if you set a date with a chick, don't call her and say, oh, by the way, I changed it. We're going to do this. You understand? You got to make sure this is what we're doing. This is what I said. And that's that.
Yeah.
Period. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so what you can do is, and this is what I tell guys, have 2 or 3 places that you already go to on the regular. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So you already tell them, hey, meet me such and such. So you already know this is the place I'm taking the girls that I date, and that's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? And go ahead, what were you saying?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Right. And on top of that, all you really need to do is when you get a chick's information, hit her up to set the date, because even the other girl, you said that you got her number, and you text her and you was like, hey, I hope you had a good time shopping. Like, you don't need to talk about all that shit. You get her the girl's number, be like, hey, what's up? Look, this is so-and-so, good meeting you yesterday, or good meeting you earlier. When are you free so we get together? So now you get into the conversation of setting a date up. You feel what I'm saying? Or, hey, I'm free Friday, we should get together and get a drink. Are you down? Whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Just straight to the date. You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. And so when you do it like that, you'll at least be doing everything on your end to make sure that that things are going the way it needs to go. Now, if she flakes, at this point, that's on her, because there's certain things you can't control, because certain girls just gonna flake. It is what it is. But if you're doing everything on your end right, it's going to lessen the amount of flakes you're gonna get, because that one girl who you said, hey, I changed the spot, and then she's like, oh, it's too far. Part of why she flaked was because she thought it was too far. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you switched it up on her. So now she's like, oh, I'm not gonna bother to do all of that shit. So this is why I'm saying that you got to make sure that you're decisive about your what you're gonna do, and then just follow through and do that, and then you'll have a little bit more women gravitating to you. But again, you have to sort of make sure you're on point, because right now you seem like like your vibe seems like it's all over the place, because you're like, oh, I'm not sure what I said, I told her this and then I told her that, and then you know what I mean, like it's not. Women like dudes who are stable, guys who know what they're about, know where they're going, know what the deal is. You see what I'm saying? So when I'm talking to you, you don't seem like you're sure of anything at this point, because I'm asking you, what did you say? I don't know. What happened with the girl? Oh, I'm not sure. It's like, you know what I mean? So that's translating into the interactions you're having with the girls. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you got to get a little more tighter on just being tight with what you're doing first. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
And what I would say is get straight to the point of setting up the date, right? And do that. And once you set up the date, just are you calling these girls during the week?
What do you mean calling them?
Like, what I mean is, if you meet a girl on Monday and you say, hey, you get her number and you be like, hey, let's get together on Friday. Are you calling her Monday night, Tuesday night, or Wednesday night during the week? Are you texting her? Are you having conversations, long ass conversations, any of that?
Yeah, summertime. Not all the time, though.
See, you stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing that, period. You see what I'm saying? So get her number, text her, set the date, and don't say anything until the day of the date. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. All right?
Cool.
All right, bro. I'm going to have to let you go. I got a few more people calling in, all right? Thanks for the call, man.
I need help.
Thanks for the call, man.
Another time, man.
All right, bro. Peace.
All right, cool.
All right, who we got here? Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, Locario.
What up? Who's this?
It's Malik.
Who?
Malik.
All right, what's going on? Where you from?
I'm from Philly.
Philly. What's going on with you, man?
Yeah, I'm chilling. But yeah, I had this girl I was texting yesterday, last night. I was watching y'all show with the Dean. Talk about being true.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so, but I've been had this girl already. Like, I already went out with a date with her and all that.
Mm-hmm.
This was like, when I ended up texting her again, it's like 6 months later, just to see what she was up to.
Mm-hmm.
So, I texted her, I said, how my third favorite brat doing?
You said what? Wait, hold on. You said what?
How's my third favorite brat doing?
Your Thursday with Brat? What does that mean?
My third favorite brat, little brat, like she a brat.
Okay, go. And what happened?
She called me right after that.
Mm.
Like, who is? I was like, so you don't know who this is? I said, this Malik. She's like, yeah, I do know who this is.
Mm.
I deleted your number a long time ago.
Mm.
So I was like, all right, hanged up. She said she at work. I said, all right. So then I texted her, I said, yo, you should come and see me. She's gonna laugh. She sent laughing emojis.
Mm.
So, all right, we got to. I said, I could relax you after work.
Mm.
She said, how about I not? And I said, I ain't gonna bite.
Mm.
Then I used one of the deeds, when you said you named the pussy and whatnot. I said, how Patty been? How Patty been?
Mm.
Who? She said, who? I said, Patty. She got 2 lips. It's too sweet and juicy.
Mm.
And sometimes she needs to come up for air. Sometimes, wait, what I said?
Dude.
Sometimes you sit on her and she needs to come up for air.
Mm. And so wait, hold on. Let's make a long story short. Did she come through or what? What happened?
Hold on, I can't do that.
Cause you gotta understand. Hold on. She ain't never come through.
She ain't come. Okay.
So, but she gonna send me this. I'm just confused about this joint right now. She got me all fucked up with this. I'm like, what is you talking about? So she sent me the peace emoji. So I sent her the winky eye with a tongue out. Then she gonna text me saying, "You gotta be lonely as hell or just weird." I said, "No, I'm just different." Then she said, "Different is the word I would have chose." And I said, I can show you better. I can show you the difference better in person. You want to say, if it's anything like what you were texting, I'm cool. I said, I think you just curious and hope it's true. And I know you got pretty pussy. She gonna say, goodbye. I tried to make this situation less weird, but nope, it's not working. I know. I don't know what gave you the impression that you could talk to me like that.
And hold on, let me ask you. So you said hold on. You said this was a chick you went out with.
I went out with her already, so she act like she didn't know me.
And but you said you went out with her what 6 months ago?
Like probably like what September. And I ain't text her again.
And why didn't y'all go out again? What happened?
Shit, I don't know. I just didn't go out with her ever again. I just stopped texting her.
Okay, and she said to you, that and she said to you that she deleted your number, right?
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. This is why she not fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because she deleted my number.
Dude, she's not feeling you.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, see what you guys gotta understand, man. You guys gotta understand this shit, man. It's not about you just
No, I know this.
No,
I already know this.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not about you just doing shit. It's about you understanding the situation. And
but look, I understand the situation, but this is how she acts the first time when I met her.
Wait, hold on. You said she acted which way?
Yeah, she acted in the same way. Like she was acting like she was never like she don't like doing that. She's not that type of person. The first time when I was talking to her, so it's like, how are you going? But she kept texting back and forth with me. I'm like, why are you still texting me if you ain't going to
because chicks. But this is what I'm saying. Because women like attention. You're giving all this attention still.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, you just getting attention, huh?
That's what I'm saying. That's all you're doing. You just giving her attention, dude. You already knew that the chick ain't fucking with you. You ain't call her in like what 6 months? You said.
Yeah.
And y'all went out once. You never called her, and did she try to call you at any point?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So that whole situation's dead. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but no, I already knew that. I already knew. I'm just trying to fix. I'm just like, yo.
So then why? Like, so say, why are you bothering?
Like,
what? That's what I'm saying.
Like,
why?
But it was other texting too. So, but it was just. I'm like, damn.
But that's what happened. You didn't recognize the chick ain't feeling you, bro.
But no, I'm gonna see her again though. That's the funny thing about it.
You said you're gonna see her again. What are you talking about?
Yeah, see
her. Where?
Outside. Yeah, I'm gonna see her outside probably.
But why do you even care? For what?
Why do I even care?
Yeah, why you work?
I don't know why I care right now because it's probably a lot going on right now around me. That's why. There's been a lot going on. Like my grandma in the hospital and all that shit. I got shit going on, you know.
Dude, where are you going with all this? I mean, I'm not laughing at your grandma being in the hospital. I'm just saying, what are you doing? What's going on? You sound like you're trolling right now. What's going on?
No, I ain't trolling. I'm dead serious with you. I'm too dead serious with you right now. You ain't trolling. I'm too dead serious.
Oh man. Okay, bro.
Yo, I'm dead serious. I've been watching your show for a minute, dog.
Oh man, bro, you hilarious. I gotta give you that, man.
Yeah,
But stop fucking with these chicks. That's
I know the thing. I know the bitch ain't fucking with me right now. Like I'm just wanting to check and see if I can try to slide back in.
You can't, dude. That's what I'm saying. What are you doing? You can't. It's over. It's done. It's over. It's done. Charges to the game, bro.
I know it's over, but I just had to get that joint out. You know, I had to let it clear out on the show. Once I talked about it, I was cool. I had to talk about it. You know, because I ain't had nobody to talk to about this.
It was on your heart. You had it bottled up.
Like, oh, you could talk to your friend about this, but you know, your friends don't be having. Sometimes they don't be having no game either. So you like, damn, he don't know what he talking about. So why would I talk to him about it?
Dude, forget about her. She's done. She ain't fucking with you. It's all good, and you gotta keep that shit pushing, bro. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping that shit pushing.
Keep that shit pushing.
Bro, that shit more.
All right, bro. I'm gonna holler at you, man. keep hope alive, man. It's gonna be all right.
Thank you.
Oh, hilarious. Whew, shit. You guys be on some funny shit sometimes. My God, man. Shit, it is. Damn, it's about that time. I didn't even see the time and shit. I gotta head up out of here and get some shit done. So listen, yo, it's been awesome today. Make sure you guys get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day ebook, hard copy, and audiobook. Okay, make sure you guys join the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario so you can get on the Patreon so you can hear all of the new Bad Boy membership episodes. Also some exclusive shit. And yeah, I'll holler at you guys later. Let me shout out the chat room. Let me see who is up in here. Shout out to who is it? Herbert, DR Splentano, Haunted House, Dwayne, Staying Ready, Nukerbot, for Life, One Deep, Joe 1, Kenny P. Who else? Shout out to Moving in Silence, Ed Downing, Aquil Carr. Who else up in this piece? Theo Man, True Blad. You said that dude needs a free membership. Sean Steed, Dwayne, Multi-Tech Dog, Jimmy McLeod. Who else we had up in here? JT Trax, Redskins, Darrell S, Raymond Friendly, McCann Cornell. Did I say that already? Who else we had up in here? I think Johnny was up in here. Rigo Furman. Shout out to you. Kenwood Drive. Dude What 212 is in the building. Who else he had up in here? Yeah, man. Thank you all for chilling with your boy. And I will see you guys. When I'm going to do another live one. I might do another live one Wednesday. Either Monday or Wednesday. But, you know, I will make it happen. I'll let you guys know. And you guys take care. I'll talk to you soon. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.